Hey, shalom, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of My Take with Rosh Ya'acob. I am your host tonight, the host with the most. For those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Rosh Ya'acob ben Abraham, I'm Rabbi Gethsemane Spiritual Temple Congregation. On this channel, we discuss modern day situations and base everything off of the Torah. All right, so we got a few things ahead of us tonight. Not going to hold you because we're running behind. Had some family emergencies. So here we go. All right, so with that being said and done, we're going to get right into it. Going to start off with our sponsor. Our sponsor is the AOC, the Art of Clothing. You got this nice new web page. I got all the information inside the description, so please click on that in the description so you can get your fresh shirt today. Also got other things in the works. So just check on it, see what's going on. Website is being updated daily. So just support. So with that being said and done, here we have the Art of Clothing. All right, everyone. So now we're going to get back into what we came in for tonight. I know y'all seen the banner. I know y'all can't wait to jump into this. So we're going to jump right into it. Start right off with the breaking news. All right, so we have our brother right here. I seen this on TikTok. Of course, you know TikTok is still around. This is TikTok right here. I seen this on TikTok. And you see what the brother said. He said the FBI is scared now. FBI is scared now. So we know Trump has been on his rampage against the FBI ever since they opened up investigations and all that stuff on him. So it seemed like he's trying to embarrass the FBI, maybe expose some different things, maybe show brothers and sisters he's on their side. I don't know. But this brother got an interest in taking this. So we're going to look at his taking this as we open up the breaking news. And then we're going to venture out and look at some other people and how they look at this situation. So I'm going to go ahead with the brother.
Was that President Trump just signed might turn a lot of people against him that's on his side.
So he said those documents or that executive order that he just signed might turn a lot of people against him that's on his side. Well, what documents? What documents are you talking about, Keith? Well, at the title, it says President Trump signed off on MLK and JFK declassification documents. So you know how everybody been arguing over the JFK assassination for years. They've been saying it was 3 men and not just one. Well, he decided to open the floods and let us see exactly what they got. Was it 3 or was it just 1? Also, the thing about King assassination. Remember, everybody said they didn't just believe it was that guy, James, I think his name was James Earl Ray or whatever his name was. Said they don't believe it was him. They believe it was the feds and he was a patsy, right? Like Oswald was a patsy. So this is what has been out there, what's been a belief amongst conspiracy theorists. And this brother said this is why Trump signed these documents, because he wants to expose all of this stuff. All right? So let's hear him say it again.
The papers that President Trump just signed might turn a lot of people against him that's on his side. Today, President Trump signed an executive order declassifying the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. and JFK. If you don't believe me, check this shit out.
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years. For decades.
Yeah, he said, that's the big one, isn't it? A lot of people will wait for answer for this for years and years, for decades. Now watch what he says. He said, and everything will be revealed. Everything. Everything is declassified. Everything going to be revealed. Now, what does this mean? A lot of people have different things on what they think this means. What does this mean? Everything's going to be declassified. What exactly is he talking about? Right? Well, let's see what our brother feels is happening.
I don't know if you understand how big that is. See, basically what that says is that anybody that had anything to do with them, they're about to be outed. Now, whether they're on the inside, meaning inside that camp, the feds, police, etc., 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 or outside, it's about to get revealed. And you know a lot of people are not going to like that. Man, oh man. All I can say is this. I can't wait to see. And next is the alien disclosure. You know we've been waiting for that.
He had to throw the aliens in there. But this is something big. So y'all put in the chat or put in the comment section below what you guys think about this. Do y'all think this is something big? Why do y'all think Trump is doing this? Everybody got ideas as to why they think President Trump is doing this. He's done a lot so far in his first few days as president. He's done a lot. Got ICE running in schools and doing all kind of stuff. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot of stuff since he first got in office. Like, he ain't take no time to chill, and now this is straight. We making it happen. And this is the latest thing he's making happen, which is crazy. It's big. And like he said, a lot of people are going to get exposed. But what else do we think is going to happen, right? Now, we got one brother who's not buying it. All right, this brother's not buying that Trump trying to help blacks out. That Trump want to let us know he really is down with the brothers and the sisters. He want us to know this, that, because remember, we got to keep the idea up that he's racist, and we should hate him, right? Yeah, I wonder, is that why Snoop Dogg played and unplayed for him? Did they make him that ultimatum and say, look, you want us to play for you? You want us to perform for you? Yeah, there is no amount of money, But declassify the documents to let us know who killed Dr. King, homie. Can't you hear Snoop saying that? Did I sound like him a little bit? Declassify the documents to let us know what happened to Martin Luther King, homie. Can't you hear Snoop Dogg saying that? No. I tend not to fall in line with the flocks. Oh, the people say, yeah, I got the AOC shirt on, birds of a feather, and then underneath it says flock together, right? But I tend not to fall with the mob or the masses when they just run with something, because a lot of times you being fed a narrative that might not be true. I know we don't like to hear that. We all like to believe we know and this, that, but you might be fed a narrative that might not be true. And in this narrative not being true, it could be a lot of things going on in this narrative that's not true. But you're looking at the narrative as if it is true. How dare you not believe this, right? But I want to show y'all something. This is something that I found funny. This is something I found funny, and I said, let me show them this, because I found this funny. And I'm trying to move the screen up so y'all can see this. I said, this was actually funny. Now watch this. I want y'all to see this for yourself. This from the Will Smith show. Y'all know who that guy right there is, right? That's a young Donald Trump. And this is something that's crazy, right? Watch this.
But I've got something to tell you first. Thank you for ruining my life.
Ashley!
What did you do?
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
I was like, wow. But if he's the patsy, what if he's the fall guy? You always have a patsy and a fall guy when you're doing some nefarious stuff, right? You gotta have somebody for you to blame, somebody for you to dislike. You gotta think outside the box, people. Not saying that he's just goody or any of that stuff. Not drinking that Kool-Aid neither. But at the same time, I just want y'all to see that sometimes you gotta look outside the box. We can't always go with the narrative that we've been fed. We get fed a lot of narratives. We get fed a whole lot of narratives. But I would be remiss if I didn't at least show y'all this other take on this. And these brothers are going to say some things that I said and that I support what they said. You know, well, this time. And this is going to be hard for some of y'all because, you know, but this our brother Roland. Our brother Roland Martin. I'm going to pull him up and what he's talking about. And I'm going to let y'all check that out. And then y'all can tell me what y'all think about Roland and his statements that he's making. So I'm going to pull Roland up real quick. We're going to see what Brother Roland has to say.
Something else happened today that I need to warn y'all. So Donald Trump signed an executive order declassifying all of the papers regarding the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Senator Robert F. Kennedy.
Now, that's exactly what the brother just showed us, right? The brother just broke it down. We heard the brother take on it. The brother for TikTok take on it like this is a good thing. He about to expose a bunch of people. We gonna find out the truth of what happened to Dr. King, to the president that was assassinated, and to his brother that was assassinated as well. We're going to find out what happened in these assassinations. All this stuff has been classified for years. We finally going to know what happened. But Brother Roland sees another side to this. And the side he sees to this is something that I've been seeing brewing ever since this inauguration and all this stuff been coming up. Because they've been having Trump on my timeline a lot. And I'm like, not Trump, but Dr. King on my timeline a lot. And I've been like, why they got Dr. King on my timeline like this? And they even saying disparaging, crazy stuff. Then our sisters talking crazy about him. And I was going to do a show about that, but then the Israeli kid spit on the Ethiopian boy, and the 7-year-old Ethiopian child, and I was like, wait a minute, now I got to talk about this. How dare he do that and think he can just get away with that? If you want to see that, please check out the thing, or I'll put the link to that in the description to this as well, or I'll put the link to it at the end of this video. So you guys will be able to check that out once it's on a replay. Because right now it's live, so it ain't going to be no ending over this live. But, you know, on a replay, you'll be able to see it. It'll pop up, and you'll be able to see that if you guys didn't see it. And you can share it. That needs to get exposed to the world. So please, please share that. That's one of my most highly watched episodes yet is that episode, and I try to get everybody to just make it go viral, because everybody needs to know, because no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. I haven't heard anybody else talk about it except I got it from the African Diaspora Network, right? I got it from them brothers and sisters. Nobody else talking about it. So really want to make sure we get that out there. But anyway, let's get back into what Roland's saying. Roland's going to give us a warning.
Let me explain to y'all what's about to happen.
Okay.
What's about to happen. In 5 or 6 years, the FBI so-called recordings of Dr. King were set to be released. Those will now be released.
All right, so he's thinking about the recordings and all this stuff that's going to be released, right? And it seems to me that he's fearful of what's on these recordings. But I'm going to let him speak for himself.
The FBI, who I simply do not believe,
I don't believe him neither,
claims that Dr. King, they have recordings of Dr. King having affairs, involved in orgies. They claim that he was with a white prostitute in Las Vegas. And these were all notes. David Garrow wrote a story. No American media entity would run the story. So he went to a small outlet overseas. And there were the notes, and these notes were a part of the JFK papers at the I think Library of Congress or National Archives. And so he wrote a story based upon the notes. So Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA, when he did all his videos trashing King, oh, we shouldn't be celebrating him. Let me explain to you why they doing this here. I just want y'all to understand what's about to come down.
Okay.
They are going to try to completely destroy the legacy of Dr. King. I guarantee you,
Now, I agreed with him with that. When I seen how the young ladies was acting, talking about the tapes that was about to come out. And they was talking about them tapes. And the one young lady who I was going to use, she was like, oh, it'd be like listening to my grandpa having sex. And this, and I'm like, what the world is going on here? And I'm thinking, why do people just believe the FBI if the FBI say something? Why do people just ever believe that? Now, I can see you talking about this FBI now, maybe. I don't know. But definitely not them dudes back then. Because their whole mission was to make sure the little freedoms that we are enjoying would have never been possible if it was up to them. They did not want any of that at all. And that's the thing. They didn't want none of that. They want none of that. So how can I listen to them? How can I believe them? And I'm really going to get deeper into them, you know, and why I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm going to let Roland keep cooking.
I guarantee you, when these papers are released and you get the recordings and all the stuff from the FBI, people are going to say, take his name off of streets, take his name off of elementary schools. We should not have programs honoring him. We should not have scholarship programs.
Now, this is the thing. So the fear is something to these tapes, and when people see it, they're going to automatically want to dump everything off with Dr. King. Now, they already tried it with the little letters. It didn't work. But he feel like when they hear the audio, that's going to make it work. Now, what day and age we live in now? Don't we live in a day and age where you can fake stuff through this thing called AI? So we live in a time when you can change things up because of this thing called AI. Why am I going to believe anything? Next week, I'm going to show y'all how AI was used to show Dr. King and Sexy Red dancing together. This was AI. And it looked kind of quirky, which is how you know it wasn't real. And of course, you know Dr. King is not here, so you know it's not real. But if they had more images to go through, more video to go through with him moving, I'm quite sure they would have been able to make an effortless video where you wouldn't have been able to tell one way or another. We got a guy that's getting prosecuted right now because he used AI to impersonate a principal at a school right here in Baltimore. And for a minute, everybody believed that that principal did that. Everybody was looking sideways, saying the way the way he talk, it sound like something the principal would say. And the whole time, it's AI. So nowadays, just because you produce a tape don't mean nothing to me. They don't mean nothing. So because these guys say it, we're going to get into that. But I'm going to let Roland keep going.
He was not a moral man. I'm telling y'all, don't think for a second that this executive order signed by Trump, is all about let's just get at the truth of what happens. I'm telling y'all right now, and let me just be on record right now.
Now, his whole idea behind it is to think negative of it because it's the possibility that people might look at it the way that he's saying they're going to look at it. But another reason why he's looking negative at it is because they don't like Trump. Let's just be real with it. They don't like Trump. So we can't say Trump doing anything to help out black people at all because that's going against the narrative. The narrative is Trump's a racist. He against black people. We can't stand him. So now if I see him doing anything that seems like it's for black people, I got to come up with a negative reason as to why he's doing it. Got to. Because if I don't come up with that negative reason, we see how the brother looked at it. The brother didn't hear what Roland Martin was saying. The brother had a whole other idea as to why Trump did what he did. We just heard the brother. The brother broke it down real short and eloquent about why he feel like Trump did what he did. Roland has another spin on it, something that can come from the tapes. So he's not even looking at us knowing who did the assassination. He's worried about these tapes coming out and what could be on these tapes.
in advance of whatever is released. And I'm just going to say this here, and I remember, and I'm going to quote my dear Alpha brother, Andrew Young, when I asked him this question. I think we actually got it on tape as well in the interview that I did with him in Atlanta, when I asked him about this very thing, and he said, fuck them. Listen to me clearly. Anything that is released related to the private life of Dr. King, who was not a perfect man, no man or woman is perfect. Anything released from the...
Yeah, and I get that. Like you said, nobody's perfect. And we know from Dr. King, when Dr. King talked, Dr. King never talked about those type of things. He always was talking about civil rights. He always was fighting for civil rights. Like Sister Carla told me to make mention of, you know, he always fought for civil rights, right? Always fought for civil rights. So if he always fought for civil rights, and he was always about civil rights, and he was on the money with that, you know, some people, you know, like Sister Carla would say, well, what's the big deal? Yeah, I don't like that he would have been morally a certain way, but at the same time, if he's fighting for the rights, he's fighting for the rights. Uh-oh, hey, Harper Servant. He said enough is enough. I said the issue is our community accepts crumbs from anyone of importance and runs with it. We don't require enough of ourselves and people that so-called represent us. We shall only look to the Messiah. Yeah, and that's the whole thing as well. Like, we supposed to be looking towards the Messiah to be the Savior. Now, we're going to see that the FBI viewed Martin Luther King and other blacks, affluent blacks from that time, as Messiah types that was able to galvanize the people and could help lead us out of this darkness that we found ourselves in during those times. So anybody that they felt was that type had a mark on them, had a bullseye. So it seemed like Trump trying to show, yeah, they did. Same, see how they, I don't know. I'm up in the air with it. I want you guys to tell me what y'all think. I can go either way. I can go either way with it because I don't want to get caught up in this moment where I got to roll with the masses. They say he this, so I'm going to say he this. I don't know. Because like we seen on that episode of Will Smith, they wasn't looking at him like that back then. That episode of Will Smith, he right on Will Smith's show. Chilling. So I don't know. But I definitely feel what you saying, Akoti. We can't just deal with the crumbs, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, give them some crumbs and they're going to be okay. And I'm just like, it's just, it's almost like a vacuum. It's almost like it's just trapped within this sphere, right? Where you have on one side moving this idea that this guy racist, so there's got to be something negative that he's doing. And then other people who've been waiting to hear this for years, it's like, this is something positive. Was we wrong about him? He about to do something positive for black people? Biden would have never did that. You know, other Democrats or even Republicans did that. Here, this guy, who we say is a staunch racist, is going to let us know who killed Dr. King. And that it may have been the FBI. He said all will be revealed. That was his words. All will be revealed. Like I'm declassifying everything for those three biggest cases. And to me, I personally feel like he want to put a black eye on the FBI. He want to make the FBI look bad. Because I can almost guarantee that they behind all of it. And I believe that's his spin. He want to make them look bad. But Roland saying in the meantime of making them look bad, it's also going to make Dr. King look bad. Oh, I don't know if I can agree with that. But I'm going to let Roland continue.
FBI and J. Edgar Hoover and his co-intel program is full of shit. They tried to get King to kill himself.
Yes, they did.
They doctored tapes.
Yes, they
They
did.
sent stuff to Coretta Scott King.
Yes, they did.
I absolutely believe nothing. Absolutely nothing
I don't
that
believe
comes
nothing
from
they
this
say neither.
FBI as it relates to
believe
Reverend
nothing
Dr.
they
Martin
say.
Luther King
Yeah.
Jr. and J. Edgar Hoover's name shouldn't even be on the FBI building here in Washington, D.C.
Now, he the one who came. I think he the one who came up with the FBI. Or he took it to that plateau that we see it at now. So it is what it is. But I feel you. I feel you. But it's like him and FBI is just synonymous with each other. It's like you can't separate them. Like they said, he had records on everybody. That's why everybody was scared of him. You know, he had people listening to everybody. So I get what he's saying. I'm looking at the time because I don't want to lose sight of this. No, we came on late, so we're gonna be out of here at 11. So I want to make sure I don't lose sight of this. So I'm gonna let it play a little more. Then I'm going to go into what he was talking about COINTELPRO. Because I believe we need to know about COINTELPRO because that'll make you understand even more what he's saying right now. Because what he's saying right now is dealing with some stuff. I think another brother, I can't remember his name. I think his name is Dr. Carr. I think that's the brother name. He's going to say something. A lot of times he used to always be on the Karen Hunter show. This brother, I think, is going to say something as well. But I'm going to try to let Roland finish up.
Because he was a racist, corrupt, evil son of a bitch.
Yes, Hoover was.
And that should be the reaction every Black America gives when anything comes out.
It should be the
Dr.
reaction,
King,
but what?
released from this federal government and from this FBI.
Yeah, you're right.
Greg, go ahead.
Agree with you. Of course, this is the only reason that these documents are being declassified. We know Robert Kennedy Jr. believes there was conspiracy to.
Now, I can't say that's the only reason why it's being declassified. That could be one of the reasons. I can give you that. It could be one of the reasons. That could be one of the reasons why the people behind them say, yeah, go ahead and do that. I can't say that is the only reason why. It's like, don't we want to know who killed Dr. King? Don't we? Even though we feel like we know in our heart that it was them, don't we want to be able to point the finger and say, I knew it was you. I knew it was you. I knew it was you that did it. I knew it was you, buddy. Don't we want to be able to do that? Or you just want to be in limbo because we don't want no dirt to come out that might hurt them? Y'all always talk about the lesser of two evils. And do we really believe the dirt that's coming out? And that's why we got to preference people and prepare them for what might happen? Because we sort of believe the dirt a little bit, just a little bit.
That's his uncle, and I agree with that. In concept, I don't think James Earl Ray killed Martin Luther King, and I don't think those shots came from the grassy of the school depository building. And there's a lot of scholarship on it, and people will argue.
Yeah, see, they had a movie called JFK. It was by Oliver Stone, right? Awesome movie. Oh, it breaks down everything about the JFK shooting. It show you the triple Lindy, I think that's the name they called it. The triple Lindy, where it was a guy here and there was a guy over there and there was another guy, and they all was to shoot together, or one took a shot, the other took a shot, because they wanted to make sure that they got him in that triple pass, to make sure they got him. And then they blamed the Patsy dude that conveniently gets killed by Jack Ruby. And everybody feels that it's a conspiracy. Don't you want to know if that was a conspiracy? Don't you want to know? We want to keep being in limbo. No, I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Let me know. Put the comments in. If y'all on a replay watching this, put this in the comments. Let me know if you want to know. Do you want to know what happened or not? You good?
Argue, take sides, but let's be crystal clear about the King files. It is exactly what you said. Now, I will say, though, that I think John Hoover's name should be on the building, because the FBI is a criminal enterprise. I don't
See, Dr. Carr right here is going with what I was saying. He kind of rolling with me on this one.
think that for the same reasons that the MAGA people think it. I think that it's a criminal enterprise because, as a person of African descent, it has never done anything other than attack and persecute and prosecute us. I'm glad to see Leonard Peltier at home after decades. But Assad Shakur still can't come back. And so, but that having been said, what you have just said, folk, listen to everything tonight, but listen very carefully to this. We need to brace for this because, I think about some of the most brilliant thinkers, theologians we have, everybody from Jeremiah Wright to Vashti McKenzie. And, that world is a world that is populated by human beings. And we often hold our people to standards that.
What'd you think of Cody? You watching this with me? You think they think you guilty of something? So I say to everybody, normally you do this when you feel like somebody might have did something. You're like, well, he's not perfect. Everybody make mistakes, Everybody that. And I feel like what you said, like they try to put him up on this messianic status so we can't look at him from a human being status. What you think of Cody? I don't know if you're able to, if you want to chime back in or not, but I'm just thinking about this. Like, I really think they think he's guilty of something. Like, because what are we talking about right now? We don't want to know who killed Dr. King because the dirt might come out. How do that even sound? So let it stay hidden who killed them because the dirt won't come out. Maybe it's me.
Other people don't. And I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I'm saying that we don't allow our people to be human. And Dr. King didn't make it 40 years old. And I'm glad you evoked David Garrow. David Garrow is a first-class researcher. He's done so much important work. Anybody get his book Rising Sun on Barack Obama, you won't look at Obama the same. It always cracks me up when people say, I'm critical of Obama, and people opening their mouths and have never read one word of one sentence, one paragraph, or one page of anything about Barack Obama. You read David Garrow, you look at the whole world differently. And even Jonathan Ives' recent book on King came out a couple of summers ago, but it doesn't displace what Martin Luther King did. Unlike the young.
All right, so I feel what they saying. But I don't know. It's a lot of preference. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, seriously. Just comment. Tell me what you think. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I might put a poll up. I might try to figure out how to make a poll for YouTube and see if I can get people to speak on this poll. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing that these MLK files are being declassified? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? That's why I want y'all to tell me. Because I personally feel like it's a good thing. And I'm with the first brother that said it's a good thing. But then I do got reservations about how people are, especially with the climate of the young people and so forth, that could be swayed by certain things that could be false. So let me just show why I would say it would be false. Because you might say, oh, you just saying it'll be false because you just don't want to believe because you want to put Dr. King up on this high level. He ain't really up there. Let me let you know why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, did you see what that said? This was in August 2017. It says an official FBI report on a threat of black identity extremists was leaked to the public. He said it's legacy and legend protection. He's an icon, and if people know he was a typical woke minister like the rest of them, people won't believe anymore. I personally don't care. Let that man sleep. I got you, Okothi. And I feel you. I got you and I feel you. And that's why I say that's why we got to educate the people or who the people are that's going to be giving us the information. Because we know these people are giving us the information. That's going to be powerful. I'm gonna play this video and get at least this beginning part on Wednesday. This particular video right here that I'm playing is from Now This. And I'm gonna play this video from them again because this video says something that is powerful. Because I noticed what I heard lately, especially in the debate that's going to be going on that I'm gonna be covering. I'm gonna cover the debate between brother No Fugazi, you know, the brother that's rebranding himself now. No Fugazi. He rebranded himself as this great strategist and this great debater and somebody that can handle his own in a debating world. And apparently somebody told him, you can't debate against them Hebrew Israelites. So lately he been debating against one of the strong brothers in the community, Captain Tazariak. And he got him on there debating against it. He did one with a couple of them, but I think I didn't look at that one because I was going to look at that one, but I didn't look at it. So I think he kind of lost really, really bad. So now this is his way of saying maybe if he can get one by himself, he can overpower and win. So he kind of coaxed Captain Tazariak to coming on his channel, and we going to see how he kind of flipped the script on him a little bit. And I was just like, wow, dude. But anyway, he kept saying this. Hebrew Israelites are speaking about black identity. They're black identity extremists. He kept using this type of vernacular in his debate. You guys are identity people. Y'all worry about identity. So when I seen this early, I was like, in August 2017, an official what report? FBI. You know, the people we supposed to believe that's going to tell us about Dr. King? Well, guess what? They got a report on a threat of black identity extremists. That's what they got a report on. Black identity extremists, and it said it was leaked to the public. Now, who you think they talking about when they say black identity extremists? These are the people we supposed to listen to when they tell us about Dr. King. Now, when they expose themselves as being the culprits, I listen to that. But when they try to discredit him, I'm not going to listen to that. And watch, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why.
The report identified black identity extremists as a threat to law enforcement. Critics say the report is eerily similar to the FBI's 20th century counterintelligence program.
Now, they still doing COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO stands for Counterintelligence Program. Now, for the young people in the building, y'all might don't know what a COINTELPRO is. Is there some new slang? COINTELPRO, yo? Well, let's find out.
COINTELPRO was an FBI operation established in the 50s by J. Edgar Hoover.
See this guy? This the guy that we just was being warned about and just was being talked about from Dr. Carr and from Roland Martin. This guy right here was the head of the FBI. He ran the FBI forever until he passed. This dude right here. This guy right here. And this guy came up with this thing called COINTELPRO. You know why he came up with COINTELPRO? He came up with COINTELPRO because he wanted to destroy any type of program for black people, for Israel, to awaken with slumber and do what they gotta do to make it. He was against that. Did not want that to happen. So anybody that they labeled a black messiah type figure had to go. I'm gonna let them finish tell you what he said. This dude right here, whose name on the FBI building. This guy right here.
To target African Americans who were fighting for justice and equality.
So he came up with a plan to use the FBI to target people fighting for equal rights for blacks. Fighting for blacks to awaken themselves and do for themselves. So you had the equal rights for blacks. That was Dr. King. Fighting for blacks to have rights to stand on their own 2 feet and do for themselves. Malcolm X. And you know who else? When fighting for blacks and trying to get them together? Chairman Fred Hampton and the Black Panther Social Party. These guys was against anybody that was about uplifting you. Let me get this clear again. I need y'all to understand this. I need y'all to understand this. These guys, the F, the B, and the I, was against anybody helping or attempting to wake you up. That's what they was about. That's what they was. That's what was going on with them. We gotta know and understand that. So if you know these guys are against you and want to ruin the legacy of anybody that could wake you up, why can we believe anything that they tell us when they speaking negative about our people? Just like the adversary. The adversary will give you some truth and be negative. Remember that? Remember in the Garden of Eden? When he lied on the Father and said, the only reason why he don't want y'all to eat that fruit is he know on the day you'll eat it, you'll know good and evil and be a God like him. Lying. But he told some truth too. That be them best lies. You know how to lie and blend the truth in with it? Because when you hear the truthful part, you're like, so now you believe in the truth, then you think maybe this lie part is the truth too. Maybe it ain't a lie. Maybe that's the truth too. The Almighty said, you gonna surely die. First thing he says, gonna surely die. He lying. You're not gonna surely die. Look, he just don't want you to eat it because you're gonna be like him, knowing good and evil. Now, the human beings become like him, knowing good and evil? Yes. The human beings die now? Yes. So he told a lie with some truth to get you. That's what he does. Adversary famous for that. It's called tricknology. Famous for that. That ain't nothing new. Let's keep going. I still got 5 minutes. Let's keep going.
He targeted Dr. King. He targeted Malcolm X. And over 80% of the targets of COINTELPRO were members of the Black Panther Party.
At the height of COINTELPRO, activists and community organizers were targeted. These include current Congressional Black Caucus members like John Lewis, Bobby Rush, Emmanuel Cleaver, and Barbara Lee.
The church committee in the mid-70s held hearings and determined that many of the actions and activities of COINTELPRO were really unconstitutional.
So, I don't know why they had the whole committees to find out that what they was doing was unconstitutional. But they held committees. Oh, this is unconstitutional. Did you think it stopped them? No. Because what happened to Malcolm? Brother Malcolm got assassinated. Who you think was behind it? Brother Fred Hampton. Look at the movie Judas and a Black Messiah. It was about Brother Fred Hampton, Chairman Fred. That joy brought tears to my eyes. Because this brother gave up his life fighting for us. A young man. Really smart and brilliant young man. Came up with the breakfast pro. Why you think kids eating breakfast now for school? That ain't come up with them. Black Panthers came up with that. Women, infant, and children, WIC. They didn't come up with that. Black Panthers came up with that. But when they try to get you to learn about the Black Panther, they want to talk all this negative stuff about them. They don't tell you they came up with WIC. They don't tell you they came up with feeding children breakfast. They don't tell you that they came up with the free clinics. Because they was trying to show we don't need the man to do nothing. We can do it for ourselves. Instead, they fought and shot at them and tried to kill these guys. I'm telling you, look at that movie, Judas and the Black Messiah. Awesome movie. It's gonna tear at you. Because you're going to see this young man who put the struggle before everything. And these people that want me to believe them when they going to tell me something crazy about Dr. King are the ones that killed them, and I'm going to believe them about anything? You crazy? I don't believe nothing they say. I don't care if they got it on video. I'll be like, I don't believe that. Who said it? They said it? No, I don't believe that. Don't believe it. Sorry. I'm going to let them finish.
Described as a series of illegal actions intended squarely to deny First Amendment rights to some Americans. How shall we ensure that it never happen again?
One of the similarities that I see are that it's based on race. You know, COINTELPRO definitely targeted African Americans. Black identity extremists, which Attorney General Jeff Sessions has put out, targets African Americans. When it was brought to...
What African Americans? I'm going to show you. We're going to look at No Fugazi. Every time he bring up, he say, you a black extremist. You're a black identity extremist. He keeps saying this over and over and over. Where do you think he getting that from? Whenever you hear any of them say that, lately that's been something they've been pointing out. Oh, you're a black identity extremist. They get it from this new COINTELPRO. They talking about you. They talking about me. Wake up, people. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up.
Our attention, we immediately contacted the FBI director and had a very forthright meeting. I specifically asked him, how do they identify black identity extremists? Who are they? And there was no answer to that. We still don't know.
We know who they are, miss. We know now because they put a title on it. They put a title on it. They talk about anybody that's black is linking themselves up with the Bible, and they talk about, oh, this we getting our identity back. You a black identity extremist because you worrying about who you are. Don't worry about who you are. Just have faith and believe. Don't worry about who you are. Your name Toby, boy. That's what he's talking about.
Who's a black identity extremist?
A lot of activists around the country are very concerned that we're getting ready to repeat a very sad chapter of our history, where people who are rightfully protesting what they consider to be an injustice in their community, which is their relationship with police officers, are now being targeted and labeled as extremists and are going through periods of surveillance and harassment.
As a community worker, I attended many Black Panther Party functions. I was part of the breakfast program. We registered many people, the African American community, and others.
Sorry,
to vote.
I'm
the
failing
FBI
this right
during
now.
COINTELPRO would try to turn members of the Black Panther Party against each other.
And I'm going to leave it right there. The whole point of COINTELPRO was to turn black people against each other. I'm going to bring it back on Wednesday. We're going to finish up with this part on Wednesday because it's going to go right into no Fugazi because he's going to say it over and over. He's going to keep saying, you're a black identity extremist. He's just going to keep saying, I kept saying, why he keep saying that? I didn't even see this video to the day. I'm like, why he keep saying black identity extremists? What is he talking about? Like, and the brother keep trying to explain, no, brother, this is what I'm talking about. And it's like he got a paper that he reading from. He just like, no, you're a black identity extremist. I'm thinking, why he keep saying it? The brother keeps saying that's not what he about. The brother keep explaining what he about. You keep saying, I know what you're saying, I know what you're saying, but I'm trying to get you to understand that you're a black identity extremist. And it's like, so we're going to look at that tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going to get more into that. But I just want y'all to see. I'm not going to believe nothing FBI tell me about Dr. King or any other black leader from those days that was doing anything big. Because that dude Hoover hated them. Hated us. How you think drugs got in the black community? I might bring up an old video I had to make for school once where I exposed it. How do you think drugs got in the black community in the first place? How do you think all these drugs and guns got flooded in our communities like that in the first place? This dude Hoover! And we want to believe something that he got to say or his cronies? I'm not going to believe nothing they say. So if you want to believe something they say, that's going to be on you. I'm going to make videos showing how I don't believe it and how you should believe it. That's just what it is. These guys, I know what they're about. And you need to know what they're about too. So I'm going to help y'all. I'm going to help y'all out with all of that. But before I get out of here, I want to play our Artist of the Week. Carrying on from last week. I want to get our new Artist of the Week on Wednesday. But our current Artist of the Week from last week is Adia. And Adia has this beautiful song. So I'm going to let you check her out.
What would I be without you? Don't wanna go without you. I can't see without you. I'm feeling blind. love, no joy. Without Yah, my life will be null and void. Without your spirit, I'm heading in the wrong direction. Total darkness, completely cut from in his presence. Oh, how comfortless would that make us feel? Just the thought of it, Yah, give me chills. And unless you build everything we gain, all labor, all riches, all be in vain. You said praise your name, my spirit seek truth. I really need you, Yah. I don't know what to do. I'm in a battle with my flesh, Abba help me fight. The flesh is weak, but the spirit can last all night. Yahushua was in your ruach immunized. It's what we have, would never forsake the Torah. And as long as I trust in you, there's no defeat. We already won. I'm shouting victory.
Guide me through. What will I be without you? Don't wanna go without you. I can't see without you. Guide me through. What will I be without you? I'm in need without you. I'm feeling lost without you.
Amen, amen. Beautiful, beautiful song. I thank each of y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Hopefully y'all got something out of the show. Really want to make sure y'all got some good truths out of this show. And again, you tell me what you think. What you think in a comment. You think it's a good thing that President Trump declassified the JFK and Robert Kennedy along with MLK files? You think that's a good thing or it's a bad thing? You think we got anything to worry about these audios, tapes, or whatever, or pictures or whatever that's going to come out? Or do you think it is more important to know the truth about what happened to one of our fallen heroes? What do you think? Is more important to know the truth about what happened to one of our fallen heroes? Or should we let sleeping dogs lie? And I'm just going to end it on that note. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday as we go through the No Fugazi. It's going to be a good one. We'll talk to y'all later. Layla Tov. Shalom.
Shema Israel Adonai